With Shallot finally joining Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I want to make an idea. What if Shallot got to be in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? And there are plenty of mods out there that add in Shallot to the games. And now that he's out of Legends, we can finally possibly see him in other games. We've already seen him in Dragon Ball Heroes. And Shallot even got added into the Dragon Ball card game Fusion World with his brother Giblet. But with that, there's mods in games like Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Fighterz, and of course, Xenoverse 2. Hell, I'm pretty sure there actually is one for Jump Force. If anyone actually remembers that game. Hey everyone, this is Cyber here, welcome back to a new video. Today we are finally back after... oh god. Anyway, welcome back to our first video back in 3 months. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So with this video, I want to bring up the idea of Shallot possibly being in Xenoverse 2. Now, as I brought up, there are other mods for other games, and I think it's because, like, Shallot is one of the most popular characters outside of Android 21. And it's really surprising because he's from a mobile game. And yes, I know I'm wearing the Superman clothes. Look, I'm very excited for the movie. Superman's one of my favorite superheroes. The best superhero at that. Fight me on that, I dare you. Anyway, with the possibility of Shallot coming to Xenoverse 2 is very likely now, especially that he was both added to the card game and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And considering that the card game uses Xenoverse style models, and Shallot is from a Dimps game, Xenoverse 2 is a Dimps game. Plus with him being in Sparking Zero, I think that leads into a high possibility that he could be in Xenoverse 2 in the future, and it would be really cool to see. Now for the gameplay, I won't really say much because I don't want to get into all of that. I'm already a moveset creator. Hell, if you guys see me make a Shallot mod, you guys will see the crazy moveset I create. But with this video, we're going to be using examples of Gamer Chiefs Shallot and Giblet, and Unleashed Shallot, because come on, it's the fusion between them, and I just want to include that just in case. Plus, if we get Giblet, I know I keep on saying it wrong multiple times. For this video, I will get into the skill sets, the Awokens, and the quest. I don't have much, but hey, it's my first video back, so yeah. So starting off, we're of course going to want Shallot's Wild Cannon, because why not? That's his signature move. I feel like in his super skills, he can at least have something like the Gallic Gun or the Kamehameha, as he has trained with Vegeta and Goku. So I would say include of who he trained with, honestly. I think that would be for the best. And also just skill factor, you can create some crazy stuff with this. Now, even though it's not likely to happen, I would say give him a new melee skill. But if anything, we're just gonna get Meteor Crash. They hate us. We're never gonna get any new melee skills that's actually good. I mean, Meteor Crash is good if you know how to combo it right, though. Anyway, for his Circle B, I feel like it can be a counter, and Shallot does have a counter in Legends, if you use his Sparking, of course. Ultimate Skill 1 will be his Wild Cannon, and Ultimate Skill 2? Ultimate Skill 2 could be something like the Rising Rush. Very low likely, but would be cool to see. Though I can't really think of what Ultimate 2 would be, so I think that would be up to you guys if you guys want to say what you guys think it should be in the comments below. For his evasive, I think Spirit Explosion would be good enough, because it does reference him turning Super Saiyan Blue. Now something that would actually be interesting, so we're just going to go back to what the Super 3 would be, which is, B or Circle. For that, it could actually be a power-up. Well actually, that can just be X/A. I don't know. I can't really say too much, because I'm not a DLC creator, I'm just a modder. Now for Giblet, his skills, I think, can be melee based, or even have stuff from supervillain characters like Mira, with something like Gallic Beam Cannon from Mira. And considering that Giblet is kind of neutral, I can't say much on his skill set, but I would say something like Meteor Strike would be a good one for one of his skills. Gallic Beam Cannon, of course. Super 3 could possibly be a new skill, a counter skill, or even Blazing Attack, which that would mean no, custom skills. Ultimate 1, of course, would have to be Wild Cannon, because that's their signature move. And the other ultimate could be something like Super 2 could be just like an explosive skill, like Super Key Explosion or something like that. And the evasive could be Super Explosive Wave. For Shallot's Awoken skill, I feel like you should at least have Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, because they don't really go past that barrier beyond 3. But let's say they break the barrier. Let's say Shallot gets Super Saiyan Blue, and Giblet gets his Super Saiyan God corrupted form, or whatever it's called. I really forgot what it's called. Parallel Quest! Oh, I've really been wanting to do this. So for a starter, for the first quest, I would say make it based off the first part of the story, where Shallot meets Giblet, and where a time change is possibly happening from Few. So this would be a good time to bring up that Giblet could have the hood over his head as a preset, of course, and this would be great for this parallel quest. Hell, they can even do the reveal in Giblet even transforming into a form that he shouldn't have yet. And this is where our character or our CAC would have to, well, beat him up. I can't say much, can I? And now Goku could come in, of course, and help us. And I think that should work in the ultimate finish. Like, let's say at the start, Goku's defeated, yada yada yada, beat up Giblet, Goku gets back up, and yeah. The other parallel quest is where it's based off when Shallot faced off Goku Black and Zamasu. And for the ultimate finish, it can have an extra battle where you face off Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, based off the fight from one of the most recent chapters. And god, that fight was actually beautiful. Now let's bring in the possibilities of CAC outfits. Of course, we would get Shallot's outfit as a costume, which would be so cool to have. I mean, imagine all the stuff that can come from the fashion contest that people would make. Hopefully not too basic. And the other one would be Giblet's outfit, which would fit perfectly for just the quest, I guess. As another outfit, they could do Zaha's outfit, which would be pretty awesome to see. And I feel like that they can even add in the dark transformations, where there can be one exclusively for Saiyans, but also one exclusively for every other race. That way, every single race can at least transform into the villainous form. Now, I know this should have been a little bit longer, but this is my first video back, and I need to actually plan stuff a lot better. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, just, you know, I don't really know what I can say. But we will be back on to normal videos as mod gameplays and all that stuff, so I hope you guys are ready for that. And of course, we will be streaming Shallot and Sparking Zero as soon as he's available for the early access. Anyway, this is Cyber, signing off.
A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Said what you had to say, but I think